Portland Stage Company is closing out their season with a play called Sex and Other Disturbances, and we're joined by the playwright Marisa Smith and two actors, Chris Holt and Jen Regan. Thank you all so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Let's start with you, Marisa, because you wrote this. What is the storyline here?
The story of Sex and Other Disturbances. It's essentially a journey of a group of people who are having different midlife crises, and it focuses on the journey of Sarah, the woman in the play who is Ruth's best friend and is the wife of Alan, and I won't tell what happens because then I'll give away the plot. But it's about what happens in midlife, and people have various different kinds of crises.
Figuring it out, navigating the world. Chris, so this is based on your wife in the play. Mm-hmm. What is your role in this?
Well, I'm her husband, and I'm one of her problems, I'd say. I'm one of the instigators of her freak out and whatever it is that she does. And I've got my own issues, and so that's.
We won't be giving away too much.
I don't want to give away too much.
But we can say just very bluntly, the play is about crises.
Sex and other disturbances.
It's about sex and other disturbances. It's about infidelity. It's about betrayal. It's about friendship, and it's about the end of the world, or Alan's fear that the world is coming to an end. So those are the.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy. Right. It's a comedy.
We should clarify.
But that's what it's about. Alan is worried the world is going to end. Ruth and Sarah are best friends. Sarah's gone back to her acting class and gets involved with a young man named Nico. And Sarah and Ruth has to come and sort of save the day.
Oh, okay.
And excuse me for kicking you.
No, that's okay. So there are clearly lots of complications going on here. Jen, when you do plays, I'm sure there are times where you're in the middle of a scene and you think, "Holy cow, this is
not
so
going
close."
Well.
Or so close to real life.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that in this play? Have there been moments where you're like, oh man, I know someone like this?
It's so funny because the woman who plays Sarah, Annie Giobbi, and she's doing an amazing job. We were just talking about this last night, that you get to the point in your life and you're like, oh, that's so not me. Oh, that's somewhere down the road. And all of a sudden she goes, no, this is me. I'm the right age for this now. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she was just like, she had a little minor meltdown, you know. Then she made tea and was okay. So, no. And the other two, Eden Malin, who's playing Kelsey, and George Somos, who's playing Nico, they're like the young sexy things, and we're the old saggy things.
Right,
and,
three and two late 20-somethings.
Okay.
So it's a 5-character comedy.
Yes.
No intermission. It's a straight shot.
Was there any specific inspiration behind the storyline?
Life.
Yes, Marisa.
Life.
Was there?
Life. Well, you know, when you get to a certain age and you have book groups and you have, women friends and all your friends, you start hearing all these different stories. And as a playwright, what I like to do is sort of quilt. I like to take a little of this and a little of that and a little of this and this story and that story, because, the world is sort of your palette, and then sort of smush all those stories together. Around a certain theme. And the theme that I was discovering as I was traveling through life, and my friends' kids were getting older and they were going off to college, that period of time when the kids go off to college and finish high school can be very treacherous for marriages, for friendships, for life, your sense of mortality, it all sort of converges, I've found, in talking with people.
And it's still a comedy.
Oh, but death is funny. I mean, death is funny. I mean,
death is funny.
You either laugh at death or you cry and
That's
curl
fair.
up.
That's a good way to look at it.
You have to make jokes about death. That's the only way to sort of fight it.
Actually, no,
make jokes about death.
It's a truly funny play. It's got a very light, deft touch to it, and I think it's such a good end of the season, spring. You know, we're coming into spring, and it's kind of all these great characters with real problems. They still get to solve them, and there's still a lot of affection between everybody, and so it's a little I Love Lucy with Lucy and Ethel. It's a little,
that was
you
an
know,
inspiration,
and
actually.
yeah, and you know, the hijinks, and it's real issues, but it's dealt with in this like lovely, light, kind of goofy, fun spring way where they get to like start over again, and you know,
And that is a great place to end it.
Great.
Marisa, Chris, Jen, thank you so
Thank
much
you so
for
much for
coming
having
in.
us.
Thank you, Amanda.
Sex and Other Disturbances by Portland Stage Company. It kicks off May 1st. We have more details on our website. We'll be right back.